After a week-long delay, the Pat McAfee and Friends DLC pack is finally here. However, rather than focus on that DLC, we're actually looking beyond it to the Global Superstars pack, as a new interview with Gaming Bible has teased some upcoming bonus content, as well as the possibility of Pat McAfee joining the announced team in 2K25, while other news sees a new locker code released and the potential addition of 3 classic versions of CM Punk. Before we get into that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest wrestling game news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start with some of the updates coming out of a new interview with WWE 2K's creative gameplay designer Bryan Williams, as Bryan recently spoke with GamingBible.com to promote the release of the Pat McAfee DLC pack and share details on what fans can expect. While a lot of the interview was focused on promoting the DLC, it also went on to tease some upcoming content for future DLC packs, as well as the possibility of Pat joining the announced team for 2K25. Updating the announced team is something that players have been asking about for years, as the current announced team of Michael Cole, Corey Graves and Byron Saxton hasn't actually announced a show together for several years. Therefore, looking ahead to the future, Gaming Bible asked Bryan if we could see Pat McAfee added to the announced team in 2K25 or beyond, to which Bryan stated the following. "I can't give a definitive answer here today, but I know that McAfee would be a great addition to the game. He's fantastic at what he does and would certainly enliven the commentary with his calls and enthusiasm. However, for now I'd have to give a wait and see answer. It may also be difficult for McAfee to find time for the recording studio, but it won't stop us from trying." While Bryan didn't rule out the possibility of Pat joining the announced team in 2K25, updating the announced team is something that 2K have appeared reluctant to change in the past, as updating the announcers is a massive undertaking, as it would require them to re-record a large portion of dialogue to replace Byron and any comments or questions that were aimed at him. If 2K were to update the announced team, then 2K25 would make sense, as we did see them add multiple ring announcers to the series in 2K24, so updating the commentary team and potentially adding multiple teams seems like the next step. Also coming out of the interview, we got a tease of some bonus content that's included with September's DLC. Speaking on the addition of the playable football that was included in the Pat McAfee pack, Bryan noted how they've included bonus weapons with most of this year's DLC, as the ECW Punk pack included light tubes, a wooden door and a barbed wire bat, while the Post Malone and Friends pack featured Jimmy Hart's megaphone. Looking ahead to the future and the Global Superstars pack, the article also went on to tease a new weapon, as Bryan confirmed that the pack will include Caros Apple as a new weapon. Referring to the Global Superstars DLC, the article states, "It will also feature the returning Carlito, and fans will be familiar with his signature apple prop. Carlito's apple will be a weapon in the game as a throwable and to spit in the face of those he deems not cool." So thanks to Bryan Williams and Gaming Bible, we now know that we're getting Carlito's apple as a new throwable weapon, with the article also teasing what I would imagine is a unique weapon grapple where Carlito will spit the apple in the face of his opponent. Next up, to celebrate the release of the Pat McAfee DLC, 2K have announced a new locker code. The new code can be redeemed by heading into MyFaction and selecting the locker code option, then entering the code PAT SMMER Gift 24. Once redeemed, you'll need to head over to the Store tab and select the Unopened Packs option, where you should find a Deluxe Punches and Promos card pack, a bonus pack containing 3 tickets to Faction Wars, and another bonus pack containing an 85 rated Drew McIntyre Amethyst card, which is taken from the Extreme series. Up next, we're looking further ahead, past the DLC, as WWE Games modder WhatsTheStatus has teased some upcoming content for a future patch. As browsing the game files, Status revealed that patch 1.13's update added 3 new entry names for CM Punk. These new entry names include the names CM Punk Piper, CM Punk 10 Masked, and CM Punk S.E.S. The inclusion of these names suggests that 2K will be adding these versions of Punk in a future update, likely as new persona cards through MyFaction, though so far there's no sign of any models or renders. Looking at them in more detail, CM Punk Piper suggests that we'll see some sort of Rowdy Roddy Piper tribute, as it's well known that Punk is a big fan of Roddy Piper. As for CM Punk 10 Masked, this one suggests that we'll see a masked version of his straight edge society attire with a black mask that he wore after having his head shaved by Rey Mysterio. Finally, we have CM Punk S.E.S, which, as the entry implies, will see an original long-haired version of Punk as the leader of the Straight Edge Society, which he ran between 2009 and 2010. So we'll have to wait and see if 2K patch in the models in a future update, as like mentioned, only the names have been patched in so far, but given that they've added them, then it does suggest that they have plans to add these versions sometime in the future. So that's the latest news roundup for WWE 2K24 and 2K25. Let me know what you make of it in the comments and stay tuned to the channel for future updates. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day and I'll catch you later.